President Trump commented about the ongoing attack in Iran at the Shield of America's summit that was here in Doral on Saturday. Take a listen.
We're doing very well in Iran. You see the result, and it's been amazing. We've knocked out 42 Navy ships, some of them very large, in 3 days. That was the end of the Navy. We knocked out their Air Force. We knocked out their communications, and all telecommunications is gone.
The president boarded Air Force One after the event, headed for Dover Air Force Base. There he attended a somber ceremony as the bodies of 6 U.S. service members killed in Kuwait this week were returned to the United States. Captain Cody Cork was among the dead. The 35-year-old was from Winter Haven in Central Florida. As the war with Iran enters its second week, Iran's regime is vowing to stay in power, to keep its grip on power despite devastating losses. As CBS's Christiane Benavides reports, the attacks by U.S. and Israeli forces are relentless and intensifying.
Overnight, more blasts across Iran, including at a fuel depot in the capital, Tehran. President Trump has vowed to intensify and widen attacks and called for an unconditional surrender.
They said, well, how are you doing on a scale of 0 to 10? How are you doing with the attack? And I said, about a 15, I would say, with 10 being the best.
The Iranian president said surrender was, quote, a dream America should take to its grave, while apologizing to Gulf states, saying Iran would cease strikes on those countries unless attacked from them. Yet hours later, strikes were reported across Gulf states. In a post on his Truth Social site, Trump called Iran the loser of the Middle East and said it will be hit very hard. He also warned that areas and groups not targeted yet are under serious consideration for complete destruction and certain death because of Iran's bad behavior. On board Air Force One, the president did not rule out the possibility of boots on the ground.
Could there be? Possible, for very good reason. Have to be very good reason. And I would say if we ever did that, they would be so decimated that they wouldn't be able to fight at the ground level.
President Trump presided over the dignified transfer of 6 service members killed in Kuwait last weekend. The families of the fallen soldiers, as well as the First Lady, Vice President, and Defense Secretary joined him. Christiane Benavides, CBS News.